So I'll knock that off to the cloud. Anyway, hey guys, it is March the 31st, and welcome to the Sunday night get together. Well, you know, all I can say is wow and wow and then wow again, because it was a very eye-opening. I mean, I've been to a lot of events over the course of the last 30 years, and you know, they all kind of mesh together after a while, and you know, one kind of rolls into the next one. But I have to say that I was extremely impressed. I mean, Wednesday night was the diamond dinner. I didn't really understand or realize that we had that many diamonds. We had about 170 to 200. We went in 3 large buses to a Brazilian steakhouse, and it was all you can pick out, right? All you can possibly eat. And, you know, that's not a good place to take a bunch of people who have just had coffee, right? So the Brazilian steakhouse probably made out, you know, like a bandit with all of us in there. But it was a great time. Thursday was, you know, just a lot of things that were going on. Friday and Saturday were really the main event, and you know, Friday was jam-packed. And I want you to hear from some of the other people besides myself, because I left there. I had to leave there Saturday afternoon, right before, just as Marshall Silver was getting there. And so I missed his talk, and I missed a lot of the, well, all of the other product announcements. I caught 2 of the, you know, product announcements that you're going to hear about in a second, but I didn't catch the last 2. I knew one of them was coming because I was one of the official tasters of the Slim Roast Optimum Cocoa product. And I have to tell you guys that that product is a home run. There's no, you know, it's chocolatey, it's tastes great, it's thick and rich, and it does just what the Optimum coffee does. It just kills your appetite, kills your cravings. I mean, just, but it does it in a hot chocolate, and it's just absolutely phenomenal. So for all of those non-coffee drinkers, so we're going to have to change our pitch a little bit, right? We're going to have to change our pitch to, you know, if they say no, you know, I don't drink coffee, say, oh, great. I was hoping you were going to say that. I was hoping you were going to say that, right? Now, because we've got this incredible hot cocoa. In fact, when I was tasting it, my wife has been using our original blend of cocoa and taking a scoop of, you know, Optimum and putting it into that. And she still, you know, doesn't really care for it that much, but the new stuff is just off the chart. The old stuff has got a kind of a peppery, spicy taste, and it's got an artificial sweetener in it. This is all natural. The fiery, peppery taste, especially at the end of a cup, is gone, and it's just a real great hot chocolate. So I haven't tried it cold. I guess I'm going to have to do that to see if that works, because I love almond and cashew milk and all of those things, and you know, maybe cold will work. So hey, what I want you to do is hear from you know, Greg, you're an industry veteran. You've been to probably as many of these events as I have. I just unmuted you. So I think I unmuted you. Yeah. I can't.
I got it, Chuck.
Okay,
can you hear me?
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. So this is Greg Adair. Greg is still out in Las Vegas. Greg lived in Las Vegas for a long time, lives down in Florida now. But Greg, why don't you share, and then, you know, any information about the products, any information about some of the changes that are coming up April 1st. Just go over as much information as you want to go over.
Oh, well, all right. Thank you, Chuck. Yeah. I've been, like you, a long-term veteran of network marketing, made my full-time living the last 34 years doing this, and still have some nice checks coming in from other companies. But, Chuck, I was really impressed with their production that they put on. I was impressed with the people. I was more impressed with the 2 or 3 new products that they're releasing that are just absolute blockbusters. The 24/7 carb blocker, which is in the back office now for order, and they all are, as a matter of fact. And, you mentioned that coffee and chocolate. I took the Optimum coffee and the old chocolate, and I did a 50-50 mix in cold, and that was a good mocha. It was great. So guys out there might want to try something like that. You can mix it all different ways. Doesn't matter. But what was impressive was the caliber of people that were in attendance from all over the world. I might mention from Singapore to Kazakhstan to Spain to Colombia, you name it. There was people that were there. I don't know how many countries we're shipping to. I would imagine at least 25 at this point. I know they highlighted 10, and there's diamonds in all these countries, even Iceland. So it's just amazing what's going on. They did talk about some projections, $60 million this year and $150 million next and $500 million the year after that. Folks, if this happens, if that gets anywhere near those numbers, and you go ahead and get to diamond between now and the next few months as quickly as you can, you're going to be home free. So all I can tell you, because the wave of momentum will just carry you way beyond where you're at right now. So the idea is to get out there and share the products and use that Optimum coffee. I sat in on a breakout session after the convention where Karen Ford outlined what she does. They're doing trade shows and selling 50, 60 packets for $20 each of the samples, 6-day samples, and getting all kinds of customers and reps out of that. So that's how they're building this thing, is just any way you can think about it to get this product in people's hands and watch what happens over the next 6 days and then follow up. So I was impressed with Dave and Joyce Jordan, the owners, and their sincerity, their integrity, their relationships that they built with people like John Haremza and Rick Gerals, over years, not just didn't meet them, but over years they have these relationships that are now coming together to form Valentus. So this is a rocket ship to the moon, in my view. And with these new products, the 24/7 carb burner, the MORE or more detox water conditioner that they're calling it. I mean, the gentleman, let's see, Kevin Thompson, the formulator who lives here in Florida, went over that product, and it just blew me away. Absolutely blew me away what that product can do for people, as well as the 24/7 carb burner. So you hardly know which way to turn here, but I know one thing. I'm 69 years old right now. I plan on being about 109 with these products. So I was impressed. One more thing I want to say is that, I know you're a fan of Marshall Silver, so am I. He was dead on. He was probably the best I've seen him ever, and he just rocked the house.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I got some text messages on the airplane, and yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't have been there, but and guys, Greg just mentioned the detox product. I'm going to have Steve Harrington is down in Tucson, Arizona, and he paid a great deal of attention to that product, and yeah, there you go, Greg. So that's what the product looks like. But hey, Steve, why don't you unmute yourself and come on in and tell everybody a little bit about that detox product.
Yeah, thank you for asking, Chuck. Can you hear me okay?
Sure, I got you, buddy.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm going to second what Greg said. I mean, I came away from this convention feeling totally convinced that we are at the right time and the right place to really blow this out. And I'm totally convinced about the sincerity of Dave and Joyce Jordan. I mean, these are the right people to run the show. They're not going to sell us down the river at some point. And I saw the love there that people had for them. And of course, they've been giving that love to everyone else for many, many years. And now it's really time to get rocking and rolling. These products, like Gregg said, are truly extraordinary. And I was particularly interested in this carbon 6, or excuse me, it's the, what are we calling it? The, I guess it's the, it is an H2O enhancer that has a number of things in it. In particular, there's one miracle molecule called carbon 60. It protects the cells from oxidative stress, prevents mitochondrial dysfunction. And Gregg was talking about longevity. In rats, they found that rats that were given this carbon 60, their life expectancy was increased by 2-fold. Now, they're mammals, we're mammals. You can just put 2 and 2 together. If it's going to create that integrity of the mitochondria, then that's what drives the energy within our cells and gives us the energy to do what we do. That is an extraordinary breakthrough. It tracks and removes radiation, prevents nerve cell death, and decreases cognitive decline, kills viruses and bacteria, and also functions as a super antioxidant. It comes in at 172 times stronger than vitamin C as an antioxidant. And we can all use plenty of that. Prevents cells from turning into fat cells. So that aligns perfectly with the weight loss products that we have. It supports control of inflammation and arthritis, and it alkalinizes the body. And as people may be aware, cancer cells cannot live in an alkaline environment. So if we tip the scales in favor of alkalinizing the body, that is a huge preventive strategy in dealing with some of these awful diseases that affect so many people. And then the carb blocker, as Gregg was saying, I think that puts us in a very unique position in the weight loss arena to really be unique and provide multiple solutions to weight loss. And you were talking earlier today about trim. So we actually have a trifecta. We have trim, and then we have the 24/7 carb blocker, and of course the coffee. And my understanding from listening to Dr. Joe Ahrens is that the 24/7 carb blocker was specifically designed to complement our coffee. So there you have it. For all those people that can't take coffee, well, we now, of course, have the cocoa as an alternative, but we also have this product that works, from what I understand, fantastically well on its own. But in combination with the coffee, I mean, this is a stunning advantage that I think we now have in the marketplace. So going forward, I don't know how we can miss. I really don't. I mean,
yeah, no, you're exactly right, Steve. So, everything's moving in the right direction. And Gregg, you had mentioned the numbers. I certainly believe with every being, that I've seen that we'll do those numbers. We'll probably do a lot more. I think they're still being fairly conservative with the numbers, but Lori and Ken are still out in Henderson, and this was their first event. This was part of Marshall's group. So, hey guys, why don't you give us your take on everything? Go ahead, Lori. Oh, you're muted. There you go.
We're babies in this industry. So it was extraordinary for us. We've been with Marshall for 2 years and seen a lot of his things, and he was as good as he ever is. He wowed the crowd. It just was amazing. To see the camaraderie in that room and the love coming from the stage was, you can't want to do anything but build this and go forward. They're just giving us every advantage of new products. And we're excited beyond words. Anybody that doesn't take advantage of being at the next one, they're missing out big time. Yeah,
I certainly agree with you. Had a great dinner, had an incredible dinner at the hotel. And the hotel resort, they picked a great hotel. Very classy place. And it was just phenomenal. Sold out, right? Sold out. And some people that were trying to get in there couldn't get in there and had to stay at other properties. But, it was a phenomenal time. Everything, and unlike a lot of conventions that I've been to, everything happened here like clockwork. I mean, other than me talking on stage too long, everything happened just like clockwork. But and that's Chris Hupke. Chris is the director of marketing. As you know, he wears a lot of different hats, and he's the guy that keeps things moving along. And so it's, I really applaud everything that they did and everything. And that was my first Valentus event, so I missed the one last fall because of the hurricane that we had here. Looking forward to the next one in Orlando, September what is it, guys? The 5th, 6th, 7th, or 7th, 8th, 9th? It's in your back office. You can go look. But yeah, definitely plan on being there. Good time if you got kids, good time to take the kids and make it a family affair, let them see the duck or the goose or, whatever they have down there. So who else was down there? Mike, hey man, why don't you unmute and say something? Both you guys. Go ahead.
Sure, I'll go first. How are you?
Good.
Yeah, no, I was more surprised. This is my second event ever. I was with one other company for a short while, and I went to theirs. The camaraderie and everybody helping each other out was unbelievable. That was probably what I took out of it the most. Everywhere else, it's fend for yourself, do it yourself, fail yourself. And everybody here, the whole room was really positive and how can we help you out? How do we get you on the 6-day experience? How do we get you making money every month? And it wasn't, oh, you're in Chuck's team or you're in Don's team. It was how can we help you? That was a big thing I took. And then getting to spend time with the formulator and Dr. Joe, that was amazing, seeing how the products work and why they work, and an open book with those guys. That's what I took out of it. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks, Michael. Thanks very much. Mike, the father, this is a father and son team from up in the Seattle area. Again, part of Marshall's organization. So, buddy, come on in and say something.
Hi, Chuck. How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Excellent. Say, that was just an awesome time. I've never been to an event like this before. Marshall just rocked the house on Saturday, which was really good. And I think my takeaways are that I need to do a lot more doing, and more challenged about making sure I understand the job of network marketing more on the professional level. And so I was really challenged by that over the weekend. Last night they had an opportunity for breakout sessions, which I thought were phenomenal. With Dr. Chi and John work in a room with Don Carson, and I can't remember the lady that was with him that was doing the 6-day experience, the formulator. I mean, there so much good information. It was just incredible. And so for a first event, it's great. We're already registered for the Orlando event coming up in September. If you haven't done that yet, hit the back office. These new products, so we've already got them ordered. They're on the way to my house. So I'm hoping everyone has gone online in their back office and have ordered the new products. These are going to be killer. And I know my wife has fibromyalgia real bad. And talking with the formulator last night and looking at the products that are out right now, we've got some products that are really going to be able to help her. So I'm really excited about that, getting them in our hands and have her get on those and just see what changes in life she can have. So I'm really excited about it. Great event.
Well, I have to second everything that you said there because, You know, I've known Kevin Thomas, the formulator, for a long time. Just a top-notch guy. Incredible facilities that he has down in Naples, Florida. I've been to his office. Kevin, if you ever go there and you get into his office, you'll see that Kevin had a pet tiger at one time during his life, and on top of his credenza is a stuffed pet tiger, which is his pet tiger, and it's sitting up there hanging out in his office. I thought about doing the same thing, actually, for me. You know, not my dog, but anyway. Hey, Mitch, you're all set now, so come on in and say hello. I know you're at an airport or something, so there you go. Okay.
Hear me?
Yeah,
can
I
you
can
hear
hear
me?
you fine, buddy. Yep, go ahead.
Hey, Chuck, how you doing? I only caught the last little bit there. I'm standing in an airport with Structured Emerald Marianne Gashukia and with Diamond Del Roby. We just literally walked down the stairs and are waiting for our luggage, but didn't want to miss your call. So we had a fantastic time. We had a whole bunch of our team there. You know, what I would tell everybody is, you know, next time you go, bring a bunch of people with you. Because one of the things that I thought was kind of interesting was that there was so many people there that were not that many people that were beginners and not that many people that were rubies. There was all of the diamonds, or most of them were there. And by the way, the diamond dinner was fabulous. That was incredible. You got to do that if you're not one, right? But I think what we need to do is we need to do a great job at inviting everybody to come instead of just the leadership, because there was it could have been way more people there that could have got inspired. Because I think that, you know, everybody that went that on our team that had, you know, we had about, 26, 27 people there, something like that. Everybody wished that their entire team was there. And I think every single one of them already bought a ticket to Orlando. Right. So that's what I would say, is make sure that you start promoting for this event now. And I'm going to do that starting today, tomorrow, and I'll be promoting for this event all the way up until the event itself, until September. So we had a great time. Everything, you know, when Dave and Joyce put something together, it is top notch, always. I mean, the food was good. There is no way in the world Dave made money on that event. No way. And, you know, just absolutely incredible. So I would just tell everybody, make sure you get to the next event. As far as the products go, you know, I think we've got several more home run products here. Honestly, I think we can build an entire company on any one of these three products. And now we've got all of them. So I couldn't be more fired up. I mean, I know we're going to be breaking diamonds and structured emeralds in our team, but I was so excited to be there and I never met most of the people on our team. Now I know I'm a tall guy now, right? I'm going to ask Del to talk for a second, but you know, all these ladies came over from Hawaii. Most of them are from Micronesia, and I've suddenly become a tall guy. I didn't know everybody there was small, you know. So really, really cool. So anyway, Del just joined the call. Chuck, if you'd like her to say something, Marianne just joined the call also. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Yep. God bless.
Go ahead, Del. Oh.
Hey, Chuck.
Hey.
Hi. Thank you for allowing me to share. Yes,
sure.
We just got back and we're excited. About what's taking place. And if we went to the event with expectations, and the team from Hawaii, they're all fired up. You know, everybody left Vegas with a fire in them. So I'm just saying this team is going to explode here shortly. Anyone that missed a big event, you know, we can get all excited and share what we experienced there, but you have to be there to really, you know, have your own experience there. And I'm so proud of the team that came from Hawaii. You know, they it took a lot of determination, effort to get their tickets, hotels, and all that, and they made it happen. So I'm just sharing this to let you know that if you're serious about this, you need to get on board because it's about to explode. A lot of changes are taking place, and it's just leading us to the top, right, Chuck? So there you go, Chuck. Thank you. Back to you.
Real good. Thank you, Del. So, I've heard that comment that Mitch had made many, many, many times in the past that, I wish my whole group would have been here. I mean, that's how I feel. I mean, I wish my whole group could experience, Marshall Silver's Turning Point event. I mean, I got so much out of that. I mean, I've gone twice. I'll go again. I'm a slow learner, so I have to hear things and get it, 3 or 4 times, and then I think I can probably do it. But that's how these events are. And what is so inspiring about these events is it creates the glue, right? It's the glue that holds everything together. And, so you work from event to event to event to event. And so we've got the next April, May, June, July, August, right? We've got, and typically, right now, great business. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the email that I sent out, but, right now, almost 500 brand new members on the team, in this month, which is absolutely crazy. And the volume is off the chart. So, that's just going to continue, and we'll just push that through the summertime because, hey, what have we got? I mean, we've got a product that makes people look better, right? And, we're getting into that season where everybody wants to look better. We will have a bunch of people that are very thin, very, very good looking, and nobody will know that we're 132. But hey guys, it's anybody else there that I missed? I know Marty was here a second ago. Marty, you still here, or do you have to get off?
Hey, Chuck, ask Mary to say something. I think Mary got on.
Oh, did she? Okay.
Yeah, Mary, are you on?
There. I see her. Okay. There.
I'm
there
here.
you go. I unmuted you. Okay, go ahead, Mary.
I'm excited about what happened in Vegas. I wish everybody would have been there. I know that the team is going to explode now. The Hawaii team represented us very, very well. I wish everybody else would be there next time. We're in Florida, Orlando. The announcement has already been made. Those that were at Vegas already purchased their discounted tickets, so that is very exciting. New announcements, those that have been waiting on the sideline now have to pay more for the packages. That's why they tell you when you see an opportunity, jump on it, don't wait. I'm very excited about the Emerald package that is here because people can now go diamond pretty fast. All you have to do is get the Emerald package. Some people complain about the prices, but we have seen in companies where the prices go up, the companies explode. So there is no excuse. This company is blowing up. This team is going to blow up. Back to you, Chuck.
Good. Well, Marianne, you made, and let me just, there's all the package prices increase as of April the 1st. So the 129 package goes up, the 199 package goes up, the 499 package goes up, and then we've added a $1,200 package on there. So because people wanted more product. I applaud that. I like big packages. In fact, I like a bigger package than that one, but we'll have to get to that one later. So, hey guys, there's a lot of, and you're going to see a lot of things happen over the course of the next week as things, as all of these things get meshed into the system. But all the new products are in the back office right now to order. I hear there's only 1,000 bottles of the detox product. So if you want one of those, because there were 1,000 people there. right? There were 1,000 people there. So if you want one of those, I would suggest that you get it, order it now, tonight, before that goes into a back order. And I don't know how long that'll take. But hey, I don't have anything else. You know, what I want to encourage all of you to do, I'm going to send out a scorecard, if you will. And it's something that was introduced to me a long time ago, and Mitch and I talked about it here recently, but it was introduced to me by a guy by the name of Tom Hopkins. And Tommy, you know, created this scorecard, and I just took his material and I kind of revised it into what it is we're doing, because it gives you that personalized checklist, if you will. And then it's real easy to look at this checklist and see, well, I didn't do any of those things, and I didn't do any of those things, and I only did one of those things. And it's pretty easy to go down the list and go, well, I see where there's room for improvement, right? And I'm going to do it myself. Just like John says, oh, somebody was asking about John's book. You can go to valentustools.com and buy John's book. But he said, until you're making $5,000 a week, I think he said a month, but I'll say a week, $5,000 a week, you should devote 100% of your time to what? Recruiting and recruiting and recruiting. So for those people that don't like to recruit, they need to call me so we can have a little one-on-one session, because it is the easiest thing in the world once you get used to doing it, right? You just get in the flow. And the way that I taught people to recruit in the old days was to go out together in pairs, right? Because we didn't have the benefit of, and you know, I almost wish we didn't have the benefit of the internet now, because people like to bury themselves, you know, behind the internet and not get out there. And you know, if you'll just go out there, or whatever amount of time you can be out in the public's eye and meeting people and talking to people, and you know, just all kinds of things will happen. So I'm going to encourage you to kind of, and that's one of the things on that scorecard that I put out. So, hey guys, we've been here for right at a half hour now. So I'll have this thing uploaded into YouTube. I'll get it out to everybody, but definitely stay in touch. I'm in town all week. John Horenza's in Las Vegas for the next couple of weeks before he gets on the road and starts traveling. But there's, you know, if you don't like your team that you have, go get a new team, right? If you don't like the, you know, your production, then just kick it up a notch, because we got to start breaking some diamonds, and you got to have, you know, I'd like to see all of you start to do your own Zoom with your own team, you know, whether it's on a whatever night, whatever day, whatever time works for you. But certainly, you know, that's something that all of you should be starting to think about. And it's just the next transition, right? It's just the next transition to what you're going to have to do in order to have a large organization. And that's what I want to prepare you for. I want to prepare you for having a large organization, have a group of 10,000 people, have a group of 100,000 people. I mean, everybody here that's on this Zoom here this evening, I know has the capability of doing that. So especially like Greg said, when we hit that momentum, and like John said, when the fish, you don't have to use a pole anymore, the fish are just jumping into the boat, right? And so those are good times to be thinking about and preparing for when the fish start jumping into the boat. So, hey, God bless everybody. Thanks for everything that you guys do. And I was happy to finally put a face and a name together. I mean, I get to see the faces, but it's even better when we're in the same room together. So with that, I'll cut this off. You guys go do what you need to do. And I know it's still early on the West Coast, so have a good time, have dinner, and I'll talk to you all later. Good night, everybody.